Alright, so we're officially in Texas. I'm here for a work trip, and I know people in Texas. Why not do some jiu-jitsu? I'm not here with my wife. Matt's always stated on the podcast, like, yeah, people always want to train when they go on vacation. This is on vacation. And he's like, but I just want to get it in with my wife. And I get that. Well, my wife's not here. So I don't drink, I don't party, I do jiu-jitsu. So that's what I'm gonna fucking do while I'm out here in Texas. And I'm bringing you guys along for the journey. Now, there's something that we're gonna be starting, or I'm gonna be starting. I'm just gonna document this. I don't know, it may be a once a month thing, it may be more sporadic than that. I don't know yet. But it's gonna be my walk through Purple Belt. It's just gonna be a vlog series. I don't know how long the episodes are gonna be. They might be 5 minutes, they might be longer. Who fucking knows? The whole point of this vlog series is we're starting at the beginning of Purple Belt, and we're gonna see how the journey goes. Something we'll just get out of the way right now. I know that we push heavy the Purple Belt pimp memes, and it's just a whole vibe. I get it. But your boy's 42, he's married happily, he's got kids, and my Purple Belt days in that regard are far behind me. But Purple Belt is the belt that, at least from what I've been conveyed by people above me, people that have been doing this a lot longer, that's where you get a little respect. I feel like that's maybe one of those hindsight opinions. And what I mean by that is, I feel like maybe once you're past purple, maybe when you're in late brown, black, and you look back on the glory days of Purple Belt, and you're like, yeah, I started to get some respect then. But what I really think Purple Belt is, you finally start getting challenged. Like, you get real deal challenge, where maybe black belts aren't letting you work all the time, and they're gonna make you work for your positions, your submissions, etc. Your boy is going to visit some gyms this week. Now, fortunately, the first gym I'm going to is out in Weatherford, Texas. They are pod listeners, so I'm hoping they're nice to me. I'm hoping they like me and they're nice to me and they don't just beat me up for an hour. But this could very well be like your boy walking in, Purple Belt, week one in, and I'm just gonna get smashed by a bunch of fucking dudes. God, that sounded gay. But I don't know. So I'm excited though. I'm excited to meet some pod listeners face to face, dudes that I've been chatting with on Instagram for the last 2 years. I'm gonna go to this jiu-jitsu class, or it's open mat. I'm gonna get some work in. I'm probably gonna go out and get a bite to eat with the guys afterwards. We'll go check in at the hotel, get showered, and get ready for my day tomorrow. I do have to work in the daytime. And then after I get off of work, I'm gonna go hit another jiu-jitsu class at a gym that's more local to where I'm staying. And so we're gonna meet some new people at that point. And then I got training again on Tuesday. Not jiu-jitsu training, actual work training. And then I fly home Tuesday. So it's just 2 days of jiu-jitsu in a different state with new people. And we're gonna see how your boy's jiu-jitsu fares. And I bought a tripod and I brought a tripod for the phone. So we're gonna try to record some of this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You tend to pull a camera out and people turn it up a little bit because they don't want to be highlight reeled. And I get that. I absolutely get that. I just think there's not really any footage of me out there on the internet rolling. And Matt always says, and I look at Matt as kind of like, he's one of my best friends, but when it comes to jiu-jitsu, he's a mentor of mine. So when a secondary black belt is giving you advice, when it comes to jiu-jitsu, you fucking listen, And so he was like, dude, you need to get more content of you out there, because people just they watch our pod and they think like, oh, Matt's the black belt and Kenny's just the other guy. You know what I mean? But it's just like, he's like, your jiu-jitsu's legit. Like, you got to show the people your jiu-jitsu so they don't just think that you're the other guy, and they put a little respect on your name. So maybe that's what we're going to try to do today. I don't know. But let's fucking get this drive going. I'll click this back over when we end up in Weatherford at the gym, and we'll get some rolls in, boys. Let's go. Just wrapped up training in Autis Weatherford. Awesome fucking gym. Awesome group of guys, great community here. It was an open mat. There's a lot of local, smaller jiu-jitsu gyms or MMA gyms that do jiu-jitsu in the area. They all came together. Big group of guys today. Beautiful gym. It's got like a CrossFit studio attached to it. It's got a supplement shop attached to it. It's a fucking nice gym, guys. If you're in the Weatherford area outside of Fort Worth and you're looking for a jiu-jitsu school, I would highly recommend this place. Great quality instruction. Seems like a good community of people. So that's all I'm saying on that. I had some good rounds. Got beat up by a black belt pretty bad. Subbed me like 3 times. Gi and no gi. Maybe he subbed me 3 times each. Probably. Good rounds. Good gym. All right. Day 1 down. Just got back to the hotel room. We have a kitchenette. Don't know what the fuck I'm going to use that for. I'm not cooking. Recap of the day. Woke up 4:20 in the morning. Drove an hour to the airport. The boarding pass that I did online yesterday has the wrong gate. I get to the airport. I check in. I go to my gate. Nobody tells me the gate's changed. I go to the gate. I'm sitting there 45 minutes before my flight starts. I don't see anybody. I check my phone. I'm like, this seems odd. I get an email update. Oh, you switched gates. I run to that gate. Flight's not there. I run down all of the gates at American Airlines, all of them. There's not a soul in sight. Nobody's working these counters. After running up and down the terminal 3 times, finally I get to the gate where my flight is supposed to be at, and the plane's pulling away. And there's 2 ladies sitting there, and I've already been to this gate twice. There was nobody there before. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be on that flight right there. But my boarding pass had the incorrect gate. And she's like, yeah, we called your name 3 times. I'm like, no, you didn't. You're fucking lying. And so they had to book me on a later flight, which then made me late to Texas. And then because my luggage was booked for my first flight, it was waiting for me when I got here, but it's not even at the right terminal. So I arrive at Terminal B and my bag is at Terminal C, and I have to go downstairs, find a tram and take that to a different terminal just so I can pick my luggage up. Then go get a rental car, and by that time, I didn't even have time to come to the hotel. I had to drive straight to Weatherford to go out to Autos for some training. So did that. Did an open mat with the guys at Autos Weatherford. Very welcoming bunch. Beautiful, beautiful academy. Good jiu-jitsu. Lots of different dudes in the room. There's probably, 20 people there, maybe more than that. Had a good time. I didn't bring my phone or tripod in because I'm like, I'm at somebody else's gym, and me filming rolls just seems like a good way for me to get my ass beat by a bunch of higher belts, which happened anyway. Just seemed like, I don't know. I don't want to be the guy that I'm not trying to come in there and like film. I don't know. I'll film at my own gym. I haven't even done that yet. I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if the guys that I train with are cool with me filming. Got some good rounds in. Got some sweeps in. The lockdown electric chair sweep is still phenomenal. It is a classic that will never go away. Got straight ankle locked, got Aoki locked, got Americana'd. I hit somebody with a ninja choke. Sorry, Chance. But he even goes, check this out. This is hilarious. I learned the ninja choke from Matt. It's an amazing choke. It's very sneaky. And Matt has some setups that are all on his YouTube and they're on his Instagram. He's shown this choke plenty of times, but he does some sneaky setups to it. So I get side control on Chance and I pull the gi out, and I go to pull it across his chest or over his arm so that I can get it over his neck or on the side of his carotid. And he sees that and he's like, oh, Matt already got me with that. Chance is from Norco, and he came out to visit family, and he came to Checkmate Murrieta, and he trained with Matt at a 6 a.m. class, and Matt hit him with that. So he saw that coming. But what Matt didn't do, thank God, was after he saw that coming, he tried to block it. Matt's sneaky trick that I do is you put the gi lapel in your teeth, and you fucking just reach across with your mouth while you're hand fighting with your free hand that you were trying to pass it over with initially. Now I can hand fight. I've got my other arm under his head from side control, and I just grab it out of my mouth and then choke and got the tap. So that was cool. So thank you, Matt. And even though you had choked him with that same choke, you didn't feed it through the teeth, so he did know that was coming. Thank God.
It's no secret that last week I got my purple belt. It's been something that has been talked about for a while on the podcast because I did know that it was coming. To be totally honest and upfront, there was a point in time where I felt like maybe it was overdue. That seems crazy to say because clearly I should be trusting in my professor and his judgment of where I'm at skill-wise. And I would say after the first week of wearing that belt and attending classes, both at my own gym and other gyms, I've come to the harsh realization that like I got it at the right time. If I would have gotten it when I thought I was ready, that would be a very heavy belt on me. In fact, it still feels kind of like a heavy belt on me. I know that I'm more ready for purple than I was for blue, but I feel like once you kind of reach purple belt, the gloves kind of come off. People aren't letting you work anymore. It's going to be a tougher road from this point on. And I'm excited for that because that's where growth comes from. And I feel like maybe the last few months at blue belt, I felt a little stagnant. And that's just me putting a limitation on myself. I shouldn't have felt stagnant. I should have just kept learning. And there might be something to the guys who say belts don't matter, skill matters. There's a point there. I think belts do matter. It's an easy way to gauge somebody. I'll say this. In my defense, I'm coming off of a 2-week respiratory infection that I'm still dealing with. I've been resisting coughing this whole time I've been talking. And I'm on medication and whatnot, an antibiotic, which obviously is not great for cardio either. So my cardio is already wrecked because of the respiratory infection, and then I'm also on an antibiotic on top of that. And that's not an excuse for my lack of performance, but it's just something that it's a hill that I'm going to have to climb after this respiratory infection finally clears up. I'm liking the challenge that I'm facing. I'm liking the harder rounds and the tougher rolls. It's definitely not a cakewalk. I do definitely need to grow into this belt. I'm fortunate that there are people in my gym that wear purple belts that have a skill set that I aspire to have, and I'm hoping to work into that. But I'm going to be using this time with this vlog series to document my purple belt journey over the next 2 years. Sometimes it's just going to be me talking. Maybe I'll be talking about training that I had, or upsides, downsides, things that I'm struggling with, things that I'm trying to work on. And sometimes maybe I'll actually have footage of me rolling. I don't know. I still feel weird about that, about filming my rolling with other people, because unless the other party is 100% consenting, like, hey, you're going to be up on the internet, you know what I mean? Like, it's just an odd thing. But it's something that I wanted to do. This entire first episode of this is filmed with my iPhone. In fact, this is the only portion of it that's actually been filmed with the lavalier mic. It's all been on phone, on camera, audio. And so my goal with this series is it's a twofold thing. One, document this journey, and two, try to make a scalable, like small video setup that I can use to record that still gives good quality, that's not using my phone, and that doesn't require, multiple different lights to light a scene. I don't know. I'm just trying to make something here that I can knock out that's still a good quality, that meets my standard of work, but still has, I guess, an entertainment factor to an extent. But more or less, I guess this is for me to document my journey. It's just a little project that I get to do here and there, and there's no timeline for it. There's no schedule. It's not like the pod where it has to be out every Tuesday at 6 a.m. Like, these will come and go, and I'll post them here and there. And sometimes there might be maybe multiple in a month, and sometimes there might be one every other month. I just wanted to take the time to start this little project for myself. For those that sat around and watched the vlog, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. For anybody that was involved in it today, and my travels and my training today here in Texas, like, I'm absolutely grateful for you guys. One of the things I love about jiu-jitsu is the community, and I was able to travel halfway across the country, drop in a gym that is filled with people that I've never met in person before, that are listeners and watchers of the pod, and we have a bit of a rapport from discussing jiu-jitsu and stuff. It was nice to like shake hands and like give hugs and put bodies to faces and conversations, and really kind of humanize these people that I've been having these conversations with over the last couple of years while the pod's been going on, and kind of settle into like this is a friendship that it's probably going to be years from now. Like, I'm out here for work, and this isn't going to be the only time this happens. So it's cool that jiu-jitsu has this like community feel. Like, I had dinner with 2 guys tonight. One of them I've never met before tonight, and we had an amazing conversation. And it turns out that he was in the Marine Corps and stationed in San Diego and lived there for 15 years and met his wife in San Diego, and like they just happened to live out here now. We were able to talk about places that I remember growing up from my neighborhood and stuff like that. And he's a father, he's around my age, he's got kids. Like, jiu-jitsu is the glue that bonds a lot of people together, or I would say maybe the catalyst that bonds something, and all the glue is all the things that you share in common. I'm away from my family. They're at home. Kenny, 15 years ago, this would be a very different scenario. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have done jiu-jitsu today. I'd be out at a bar drinking. I'd be being an idiot. And today I was able to get off an airplane, get into a rental car and travel an hour to go train jiu-jitsu and meet people and have a meal and like have it's fellowship, you know what I mean? And like just talk about jiu-jitsu and talk about life and talk about kids. And it's just a reminder that there's good people out there, and jiu-jitsu tends to find a lot of those people. I'm absolutely thankful for today. I'm blessed. I'm blessed for the opportunity to be where I'm at and to have the training that I had today and share the meal that I shared today. And even though I'm away from my family, I'm still doing something positive and good and healthy for me. And I'm not out there destroying my body and trying to be an idiot. I'm gonna take my ass to bed. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope that somebody finds some value in this journey through my purple belt experience, and maybe this is up on the internet and 5 years from now somebody sees it and it provides something to them. First week at a purple belt, it's a tough one. I'm looking forward to the next leg of this journey and the skills that are gonna come along with it. Thanks, boys. All right, day one, or day two, I guess, of Texas in the books. Today I wrapped up the training, or not wrapped up, I wrapped up day one of the training that I'm here for in Texas for work, my actual career. Won't talk about that though. But what I wanted to say is it's 3:45 and I got the rest of the day to do stuff. And it's 3:45, but I'm used to California time. My body thinks it's 1:45. So my body really feels like we're going to get going. But I'm also 42 and I ache. The plan was to go train today with Chance from Autos. He was going to drive out this way and train at a gym more local to where I'm staying. But I'm hurting right now. Your boy is 42. His body aches. And yesterday I got straight ankle locked by Sam, the black belt from Autos, or one of the black belts from Autos. And I feel like I've had a cramp in my left calf all day. All day. It's been fucking terrible. But I didn't want to tap, and I wanted to try to get out of it. I wanted to fight it, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to boot and try to fucking wiggle out of this. Didn't happen. He still got the tap out of me. I just decided to hurt myself in the process. So, fuck you. Yeah, I'm gonna go. There's a Bass Pro literally in the same parking lot as my hotel, a massive one. I'm gonna go walk that shit, and then I'm gonna go find a Buc-ee's because my wife is requesting that I make a trip to Buc-ee's to buy her things from Texas. But yeah, that's it, boys. Let's go. Wrapping up the week in Texas. The week. I say the week. Wrapping up 2 days. Tomorrow is my last day here. We're gonna fly home. By the time I actually pull into my driveway, it's going to be fairly late. So that's 3 full days away from my family. And I can't tell you how much I miss them. I've talked to my wife a lot today, a lot of FaceTime calls. I know I've said this before. My wife's my best friend. And not being able to have her here when I'm on my off time is a bummer, because it's like she's the person I like to hang out with the most. So to run all around and to go to Buc-ee's and all that. Like I FaceTimed her while I was there and did my best to like make her feel like she was a part of it, but it would have been better if she was there. And, but I'm excited. I'm excited to go home. I'm excited to sleep in my own bed. I'm excited to kiss my fucking wife and hug my daughter and unpack, do laundry, taking the day off on Wednesday. And I'm just going to get shit done. And I'm going to plan out my week. Hopefully this prednisone starts working sooner than later. I do feel like I'm getting a little better. I didn't cough at all today, which is great. I just still can't breathe. But I was being able to not breathe and coughing a lot. So I think I'm going to use this moment right now to wrap up. And though we didn't talk about anything necessarily jiu-jitsu related today, because I didn't train today, because we did. I talked about the fact that I'm old. I'm old and I hurt. I got straight ankle locked and my fucking leg hurts today. So I'm not trying to push it. By taking today off and taking tomorrow off when I work, I'm able to go Wednesday morning. Yeah, maybe we take this camera along for the ride on Wednesday and we just get some purple belt rounds in and we see how it goes. I'm excited though, boys. I'm excited for the journey. I'm excited for what's coming. I'm excited for 2026. I've said it multiple times today. Talked to a homie on the phone. He's had some definitely downs in life, but he's had this amazing upswing. And it's exciting to hear him talk about all of the exciting stuff that's going on and all the positive changes in his life. And I just feel like that in so many areas, and not just for myself, but like I genuinely feel like my friends are leveling up around me and it makes me happy. And I feel like this year is going to be phenomenal for my family. between buying a house and really, I don't know, like as far as my career is concerned, I'm really trying to like own it, you know, and just be the best that I can possibly be and just step my game up to another level. And I'm gonna do the same in jiu-jitsu, and I'm gonna do the same with my friendships, and I'm gonna do the same with my relationships. I just want to be the guy that everybody knows that they can count on, that people can ask questions to, that people feel comfortable speaking with. That's been my goal, is just to make this the best year of my fucking life. I know we're only in February, the first week of February, but god damn, it feels like that. I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you guys for joining me for this vlog. I'm gonna space these out because I don't want to put out too much content and just overwhelm you guys and it not get watched. But we're gonna have some actual rolls. I promise you guys that. I will take this camera. I will take a tripod. We will get some filming in and probably see me get beat up a lot because I think people are gonna fucking come with the absolute heat. And I welcome it. That's how I learn. I learn by getting beat. I learn by figuring out how to not get beat anymore. And then I start to get better, and then I start to get dominant. So that's how my game works. That's how my brain works as far as learning is concerned. So let's get after it, guys. 2026 is gonna fucking crush it. Also, Nickelback fucks. They fuck so hard. That's it. I decided that this is going to end up the vlog. We're just gonna stick all of the trip, all 3 days of this into one video. But I did want to take the time to just mention that I appreciate Texas. I appreciate the trip. I appreciate all the hospitality here. Got to see some family last night. Got to get some rolls in with some fellow pod listeners. And all in all, looking forward to being back in the future. California is where my heart's at. That's where my family will be staying, being raised and whatnot, but Texas always does feel like a second home, and it's always a pleasure to come out here anytime I get an opportunity to do so. So appreciate you guys for watching the vlog, and we'll see what happens in episode 2. But for right now, this is your boy Kenny, and I'm out.